We have a problem, Batman. Gotham needs you again.
You sit like a man who's seen fire from the inside out. Still, not because you're calm, but because you've made peace with pain. I've watched killers twitch and prophets tremble, but you do neither. You read like a hymn sung through grit teeth. Tell me, do you act out of redemption or revenge disguised as devotion?
Both are allusions to a man who is burned. Redemption is a story others write about you when they need their own guilt soothed. Revenge is a fire that forgets its target and starts carving into the soul that carried it. What I do now, I do from clarity, not anger, not hope, just clarity. When the flames consume you and you remain breathing, it doesn't mean you were spared. It means you were chosen to carry the smell of smoke into every room you enter.
You speak of fire like it's scripture. Every scar a verse, every silence a prayer. But survival isn't purity, it's proximity to ruin. Did pain sanctify you, or did it simply remove all the layers that once made you human? And if so, what's left underneath?
Pain doesn't sanctify, it simplifies. The layers people call personality or identity. They melt fast when truth scorches through. What's left is something harder than flesh, but softer than armor. A conscience forged in ash. I don't claim holiness. I claim responsibility. What you see isn't what's underneath. It's what refused to die, when everything else begged for death.
You've become a man who speaks in absolutes but moves with restraint, which tells me you're holding back. Not out of doubt, but discipline. Is that self-control, or the fear that if you fully unleashed what's inside, even God would look away?
Discipline isn't fear. It's reverence for consequence. I've seen what happens when I let go. I've seen what's left after the storm clears. The earth doesn't forgive. Blood doesn't disappear. You say even God would look away. He already has. That's why I'm still here. I don't restrain myself because I might destroy. I restrain because I've learned the weight of surviving what I destroy.
There's a difference between conviction and obsession. One makes a man whole. The other erodes him quietly while he thinks he's becoming righteous. Which one are you walking with when you pray before pulling the trigger, faith or fixation?
The trigger isn't the moment of judgment. It's the echo of a decision already made in the heart. I pray not for justification, but remembrance, to remind myself the act must serve something higher than emotion. Faith is not blindness. It is seeing clearly and choosing the harder path anyway. Fixation would ask for results. Faith requires surrender. And I've surrendered everything but the duty to act when no one else will.
Some men fear chaos, others thrive in it. But you seem to accept it as necessary, as if justice needs fire to purify. So tell me, do you believe morality can be clean, or do you think every righteous act still leaves smoke on the soul?
Clean morality is a myth crafted by those who've never been forced to bleed for their choices. Righteousness is not sterile. It leaves marks. But those marks are a record. Not of sin, but of sacrifice. You call it smoke. I call it memory. To pretend that purity survives action is to lie while looking in the mirror. And I don't lie to mirrors anymore.
You quote silence more than scripture. That's not random. It suggests a man who no longer trusts language to carry truth. Was it betrayal, or blood, or time that made words feel so insufficient to you? And when did silence become your sanctuary?
Words are weapons and salves, but too many use them to build illusions, not bridges. I've watched promises rot. I've spoken vows that turned to ash before they reached they were meant for. Eventually, you learn that silence is not absence. It is integrity. I don't speak unless I'm ready to be judged by what I say. Most men talk to be understood. I speak so the silence after has weight.
Let's drop the mask entirely. You know damn well the world will never be saved. So why keep going? Why carry faith into ruins that never rebuild themselves? Is it hope or is it defiance disguised in scripture?
Hope is for those who believe in outcomes. I walk because walking is what's left. I speak faith not to convert, but to confront. Defiance. Maybe, but not against the world. Against the temptation to stop. Scripture gives shape to discipline. It carves path into chaos. I don't walk to save the world. I walk so the darkness knows it hasn't won yet.
You've made peace with fire, with silence, even with ruin. But tell me, can a man like you ever make peace with himself? Or is redemption just another battlefield you vowed to never leave?
Peace with the self. No. That would require amnesia or arrogance. Redemption is not a place you arrive at. It's the road you refuse to stray from. No matter how cracked it gets. I don't seek forgiveness. I don't crave peace. I just keep walking because I know what waits if I don't. And I'd rather burn every mile than turn back once.